Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is probably my second video of this year 2023. I know I've been away for a very long time, not long time, it's been 2 months, but then yeah, I've been busy with music production and other personal stuff. But today I have a track from Nobuhle's album by the name of Usonini. Why am I singing it? It's Usonini, Kabza the Small, Deeper Feel, the Musical Chef, and Nobuhle herself. So I have no beat for you today since I feel like this song is a very spiritual song. Me personally, I play it in a slow tempo because it's nice that way. So I'm gonna straight away play the song on the keyboard and maybe slower the tempo when I actually show you the chords individually. So the first chord, let me just play the song and then I'll get into the chords after. The first chord is an E major 7th chord. As you can see on the screen, I have a little box there that shows the chords. But whenever I look at the screen, people think that I'm naming the chords because I can see what's written there. Nah. I actually know how to find the chords and name them individually. The reason I'm looking at the screen is just to double check if I'm naming it correctly. So it's an E major 7th chord. And then what you do is you hit this G minor. You know, when you listen to the song, you hear this G minor chord before actually moving to this C note in the bass. So it's and then if you watched the tutorial Zanzibar, I talked about a Kabza chord. So what Kabza does is he plays, there is a 9th note in each chord, right? Let me take F minor, for instance, F minor. So if I count up in the key of F minor until I get to 7 and then I go to 8 and 9, the 9th note of the F minor key is this note. So what Kabza does is instead of playing this note with the F, he omits the F note and plays the 9th instead. So what it does is it gives this congested sound. It sounds like this. So if you listen to most of Kabza's tracks, almost I would say all of his tracks have this ring in it. That's because he plays the 9th note in his chords and omits the original note of the chord. Did you get what I just said? Omit. So when you omit, this is the original F minor chord, right? I omit the original note, which is the F, and then in place of the F, I play the 9th note. That is where the ring comes in. So it's anyway, let's continue. Okay, this was the first chord, and then you hit this chord, and then you hit C with this chord, and then this one, B major 7th chord, right? So another thing, as you can see there, it says B flat major 7th chord. And there's 2 ways to get that sound. Is by playing The first one is the one that I showed you, where Kabza omits the original note of the chord and replaces it with the 9th note. The second way to play it is playing a 7th chord, but you cluster it. You congest the 7th chord. Now this is an open 7th chord, right? But I can cluster it by taking this note and playing it up here. Or I can cluster it even more. Let me play it down here. You hear that ring. So those are the two ways that Kabza uses the how do I put this? That is how he makes that original sounds that makes him Kabza the Small. So it's so this is an original G minor chord, and then a D minor 7th chord, an E major 7th chord. Remember I warned you guys about the 7th chords? You thought I was doing pranks. So that's the entire song. It's guys, for those who actually love my content and actually have my numbers, because I know there's some of you that have my numbers and you constantly thank me for producing such content, I really appreciate it. And for those of you who weren't actually able to get your hands on the PDF, it's no longer available. If you really want the PDF, I'm gonna have to charge you, because most of you ask the PDF and you don't read it, so it's pointless. And then you think you're gonna make chords like Kelvin Momo, like Kabza the Small. There's a process in actually learning how to do that. It starts with tri-hats. After tri-hats, you learn 7th chords. After 7th chords, you learn rootless voicing, and then after rootless voicing, we have what we call stepping stones, stepping chords. What are those? Usually it's the diminished chords, the dominant chords, the half diminished, fully diminished, augmented chords, and then basically it's a diminished chord and then the augmented chord and then the dominant chord. And then onto those, you actually enhance them by voicing them. So you can actually voice a diminished chord, you can voice an augmented chord, you can voice a dominant chord, and you can voice any other chord. F major 7th chord, that's a voiced F. I can make it a 9, I can make it 11, I can make it a 13, and so on. But this doesn't all happen in one day. That's the problem with you guys. You all want to learn this. I cannot take all of this information and put it in one PDF. Hence, with my PDFs, it's actually 2 separate PDFs. It's the first one teaches you how to make triads, and then the second one teaches you how to make 7th chord. Why am I actually doing that? Is because that is where everything begins. If you don't know how to make a 7th chord, I definitely promise you're gonna struggle with the voicing part. But let me end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.